Let's be real for a second. If you've ever gotten frustrated with that stubborn bit of belly fat, or you just feel constantly bloated and uncomfortable, well, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to break down how one super common vegetable, one that most of us probably overlook, could be a total game changer for you.
I mean, think about it. It's simple, it's cheap, and it's in every single grocery store. And yet, most of us just walk right by, completely clueless about what it can do. So what on earth is it?
Yup, spinach. I know, you're probably thinking, spinach, really? But stick with me here, because this is not going to be your typical eat your vegetables lecture. We're going to dive into the actual mechanics of how spinach can help you tackle some of the biggest hurdles when it comes to managing your weight and just feeling good. See, to really get why spinach works, we first have to understand what we're actually up against. The whole belly fat thing isn't as simple as calories in, calories out. The truth? It's way, way more complex than that. It usually comes down to these three big things. First, you've got those relentless cravings that lead to overeating. Then there's slow digestion, which makes you feel and look bloated, something we often mistake for actual fat. And finally, those crazy blood sugar spikes and crashes, they just make you crave more junk, and the whole vicious cycle starts all over again. Sound familiar? So where does a simple, humble leafy green like spinach fit into all this chaos? Well, let's break down exactly how it goes to work on these three core issues. Okay, first up is something we've all heard a million times, but maybe don't fully appreciate: fiber. I know, it's not the most exciting topic, but trust me, this is where the real magic begins. Think about it. When you actually feel full and satisfied after a meal, what happens? That urge to grab a bag of chips an hour later just kind of disappears. Fiber helps you stay full, which means less mindless snacking. And fewer extra calories, day in and day out, is absolutely fundamental to getting that belly fat under control. Reason number two is all about volume. This is a huge strategic advantage. Spinach is what you'd call a low-calorie, high-volume food, which is basically a secret weapon for feeling full. It's this awesome concept of eating more to weigh less. It sounds kind of crazy, right? But it works. You can pile your plate high with spinach, making your brain think you're eating this huge meal, which makes you feel satisfied, but you're doing it all without racking up a ton of calories. It's a powerful way to feel full without derailing your goals. And reason number three, this one is huge. It directly tackles that puffy, bloated feeling that drives so many of us absolutely nuts. Here's the thing. You have to understand, a lot of times what you think is stubborn fat is actually just bloating from a sluggish digestive system. The fiber in spinach helps, well, get things moving. And as your digestion gets better and that bloating subsides, your stomach can look visibly flatter. That is a quick win that feels amazing and keeps you motivated. Now, get this. It's not just about fiber. There's something else going on. New research is showing that special compounds in spinach, these things called thylakoids, might actually communicate directly with your hunger hormones. So spinach isn't just filling you up physically, it could be telling your brain on a chemical level to dial down the cravings. How cool is that? Okay, let's hit pause for a quick reality check, because this is super important. No single food, not even spinach, is a magic wand that's going to make fat disappear overnight. It's all about having the right perspective. And how you eat it makes all the difference in the world. I mean, if you're drowning it in a sea of cream cheese and oil, you're pretty much canceling out all the benefits. The better way is to keep it simple. Toss a handful in your smoothie, you won't even taste it, or mix it into your morning eggs, or throw it into a soup. Keep it clean. I really want this to sink in. Think of spinach as a support tool. It's not the hero of your health journey, but it's the reliable sidekick that makes the hero's job way, way easier. It's one powerful piece of the puzzle. So, you know the why, but that's only half the battle. Let's get to the how. Knowing this stuff is great, but doing something with it is what actually gets results. So, I've got a simple 7-day challenge for you to try. The rules couldn't be simpler. For just 1 week, that's it, 7 days. 1, get some spinach in every day. 2, swap out sugary drinks for water. 3, no more snacking after dinner. And 4, take a quick 10-minute walk after your meals. See, spinach is just one part of a really simple but really effective system. So you might be asking yourself, okay, if I actually do this for a week, what's going to happen? Look,
You're probably not going to drop 10 pounds in a week, but what you absolutely can notice is feeling better, feeling less bloated, having more stable energy without that 3 p.m. crash, and you might just find that those intense cravings are suddenly easier to manage. These are the wins that build real momentum.
And this really brings us to the big picture. Spinach is an amazing tool, for sure, but it doesn't work in a vacuum. Its benefits get a massive boost when you combine it with other smart habits. Think of this as your power combo. You've got spinach, bringing in the fiber. You add protein to keep you even fuller. You take a walk to boost your metabolism, and you get good sleep to balance your hormones. When you get all those things working together as a team, that's when you really start to see incredible results.
So let's just boil it all down. Spinach is your support system. It helps you fight cravings, helps you feel fuller, improves your digestion, and cuts down on bloating. And all of that together just makes it so much easier to make smarter choices without even thinking about it. Which really just leaves us with one final question. It's not about whether spinach can help you. We've seen that it absolutely can. The real question is for you. Now that you know its potential, are you going to use this simple tool, or are you just going to keep walking past it in the grocery store?